Hello and welcome to the SoyTuf manufacturing facility located in Tucson, Arizona.
That we're going to shoot with just a simple pump-up sprayer. There's various methods that you can use. You'll see them in subsequent videos. Today we're just going to shoot the stain down with this pump-up sprayer. And then I will use an orbital sander to move the stain around. And we'll use another pump-up sprayer with just plain water. So the object is to just get your substrate nice and soaked. You don't have to be too worried because this is a non-reactive stain. It's a soy-based product, and the object here is to just get it loaded up enough to saturate into the Eco-canvas that we have here. We put some Eco-canvas, which is a micro-topping cementitious product. We spread out on this 4x4 board. And what I'm going to do now is back off a little bit. I'll get the sander and we'll put it on there with a little water and move the.
Okay, I've grabbed the sander. It's an orbital sander with a 1-inch doodle bug. Some people call it a doodle bug. It's a maintenance pad, and we're going to just move the stain that we applied with the pump-up sprayer around with this. You can move it for 2 to 3 hours after you apply it. We usually wait about 15 minutes. And then you can just get right out there and walk on it. And to move it around, you just move it around by itself, and then every once in a while, depending on how dry it gets and how sticky it is, you may put the water on there and apply that with a little pump-up sprayer. Now I've noticed that it's a little bit light. I may have got too much water on there, so we're going to add a little bit more stain. Just grab the pump-up sprayer here and just spritz a little bit more out on there. This is a pretty cool process because most stains, once you put them down, that's it, they're down. This allows you to move it around. You've got quite a bit of open time on it. I usually recommend 3 to 6 hours. After that, you want to stay off it and stop trying to move it around. Between 6 and 12 hours, it's going to set up. Between 12 and 24, you're not going to get it off of there. It's dried and in your substrate. This clip is another shot of an applicator moving the stain around with, it's just water in that little pump-up sprayer in his right hand. This room is small. It was about 10 by 10, and it was shot with a pot sprayer. Some people will use airless sprayers. Some are going to use pump-up sprayers. The method of spraying is entirely up to you. You may have to thin the product depending on what method you use to spray it. We waited 15 or 20 minutes, and the applicator's now in there with the same doodle bug maintenance pad, moving the stain around to his liking. You notice he has covers on his tennis shoes, and you can see some footprints in there. And that's what he's doing. He's removing the footprints where he was moving the stain around. It's a very forgiving product in that respect. Alright, this next clip is going to show the applicator with a secondary method of applying the stain. This one's a lot easier. It's also a 10 by 10 room, but if you notice, there's no tape or plastic protective on the walls. The reason is it's just being painted on the floor. We're using a flat foam sponge applicator that you would use to paint, a regular wall with. Of course, we put an extension on it, and he's just burnishing it straight in. This method gives you a lot more opaque look when you're done. In other words, some of the other methods, when you're using the machine and water to move it around, it's going to give you a little more translucent look. You can use either method. This one's very straightforward, very easy to do. Time-wise, it's about the same. It's 6 to 1, half a dozen to the other. It's going to take you a little longer to tape the room and a lot less time to shoot it down on the floor versus this, which there's no taping off the walls or your doors or anything, and you're just burnishing it straight into the Eco-canvas.